Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Apple is gearing up for one of its biggest living room upgrades in years, the brand new Apple TV 4K 2025. With rumors pointing to a powerful A17 Pro class chip, smarter Apple Intelligence features, upgraded gaming performance, and a stronger role as a home hub, this device could completely redefine what a streaming box can do. In this video, we're breaking down all the latest leaks, rumors, specs, and features of the upcoming Apple TV 4K, from its design and performance upgrades to its top 10 rumored features, expected release date, and how much it could cost. So, if you want to know whether the next Apple TV is worth waiting for, or if Apple is finally turning it into a true console killer, stick around, because we're diving deep into everything you need to know about the Apple TV 4K 2025 chip, widely rumored upgrade from a 15 to a 17 Pro class silicon, a major leap for graphics and on-device AI. Focus areas: faster UI, Apple Intelligence features, better gaming, smarter home hub role, expanded thread matter. Price expectation: similar bracket to current lineup with a push to stay competitive. Rumors suggest Apple is targeting aggressive pricing while delivering a big perf bump. Introduction: why the 2025 model matters. Apple last refreshed Apple TV 4K in 2022 with a 15 Bionic, yielding smoother tvOS and better efficiency. 3 years on, the 2025 refresh is shaping up to be more consequential. A bigger CPU-GPU jump, rumors of a 17 Pro class performance, and alignment with Apple's broader Apple Intelligence push across devices. Reputable roundups for Mac rumors, 9 to 5 Mac, and Tom's Guide consistently place the next model in late 2025, positioning it for Apple's typical fall hardware window. Beyond raw speed, industry chatter points to smarter living room control and more serious gaming, potentially turning Apple TV into a more capable casual console companion, especially as iOS, iPadOS AAA titles continue to migrate to Apple Silicon. With game controller support, the rumored A17 Pro tier would be a clear enabler. Design and hardware: what to expect. Exterior and footprint leaks suggest Apple will retain the puck-style chassis, possibly with subtle shrinkage and port rationalization, maintaining a clean, fanless set-top aesthetic that blends into AV setups. Apple Insider's rumor roll-up also reiterates 2 variants of base model and a higher-end SKU with Ethernet and Thread for robust home networking and smartphone mesh duties. Processor: biggest jump, from A15 Bionic, current gen, to rumored A17 Pro M-class SoC, same family found in iPhone 15 Pro, which would dramatically improve GPU throughput and on-device ML for Apple Intelligence features. Multiple reports have referenced A17 Pro specifically for the upcoming Apple TV. Memory and storage: while capacities haven't leaked decisively, expect more unified memory bandwidth and storage tiers matching Apple's habit of offering at least 2 options. With a stronger gaming angle, a higher storage tier would make sense for large assets and offline titles. Inference based on prior Apple TV tiers and AAA game sizes. Connectivity and I/O: Wi-Fi 6/6E or better, to keep up with high bitrate 4K HDR streams and cloud features. Gigabit Ethernet on the higher SKU, Thread border router support to anchor Matter networks. Apple Insider rumor: HDMI 2.1. Apple's recent models already output 4K HDR at high frame rates. Expect continued support, possibly with expanded VRR/ALLM stability for gaming-friendly displays. Inference based on current spec trajectory. Expected spec sheet: rumored, category rumored, expected. SoC: A17 Pro class Apple Silicon, big CPU/GPU and ML uplift, RAM not leaked. Likely increase to complement A17 Pro class chip. Inference: storage multiple tiers, e.g. 64 GB per 128 GB, larger tier encouraged by gaming. Inference: video 4K/60 HDR 10/HLG/Dolby Vision. HDMI 2.1 features maintained/improved. Inference: audio Dolby Atmos pass-through, eARC/ARC for home theater. Integration: status quo expected, wireless Wi-Fi 6/6E+, Bluetooth for controllers and AirPods. Inference: wired gigabit Ethernet, higher model, HDMI, power, Thread, higher model, smart home hub for Matter/Thread. Deeper hooks. Inference plus rumor context. Remote Siri remote refinement possible. Premium feel plus USB-C carryover. Inference, performance, and gaming. Why A17 Pro matters. The A17 Pro jump would be transformative for AAA class ports. Think Resident Evil series, Death Stranding, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Titles already proven on a series silicon in other Apple devices. Spanish tech press recently amplified the A17 Pro rumor and framed the 2025 Apple TV as Consola de Videojuegos capable language that maps to the same thesis. Bigger GPU, richer games, and Apple Intelligence on device. If Apple pairs that silicon with HDMI 2.1 stability, VRR/ALLM polish, and tight controller latency, Apple TV could become the most performant mainstream streaming box for gaming, especially for cross-purchase ecosystems where you buy once and play on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV.tvOS. Apple Intelligence and the Living Room Brain 2025 is also the year Apple's AI story broadens beyond the phone. Even if the headlining revamped Siri on a universal timeline keeps shifting, credible outlets report Apple is actively pushing smarter assistants and home experiences. What that could mean on Apple TV 2025, personalized profiles that adapt recommendations and scenes across family members. Aligned with Smart Home OS reporting. Home Hub and Smart Home Roadmap. Apple's HomePod with screen and other hubs have been in and out of rumor cycles, but 2025 chatter puts a stronger spotlight on home displays and unified control, with timelines floating around late 2025 into 2026, and some analyst notes about production shifting. If Apple brings a display hub, Apple TV remains the TV-centric anchor, the thing that ties big screen media to Matter thread automations and Apple Intelligence in. If Apple pairs that silicon with HDMI 2.1 stability, VRR/ALLM polish, and tight controller latency, Apple TV could become the most performant mainstream streaming box for gaming, especially for cross-purchase ecosystems where you buy once and play on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV.tvOS. Apple Intelligence and the Living Room Brain 2025 is also the year Apple's AI story broadens beyond the phone. Even if the headlining revamped Siri on a universal timeline keeps shifting, credible outlets report Apple is actively pushing smarter assistants and home experiences. What that could mean on Apple TV 2025, personalized profiles that adapt recommendations and scenes across family members. Aligned with Smart Home OS reporting. Home Hub and Smart Home Roadmap. Apple's HomePod with screen and other hubs have been in and out of rumor cycles, but 2025 chatter puts a stronger spotlight on home displays and unified control, with timelines floating around late 2025 into 2026, and some analyst notes about production shifting. If Apple brings a display hub, Apple TV remains the TV-centric anchor, the thing that ties big screen media to Matter thread automations and Apple Intelligence in the living room. Top 10 rumored expected features. 1. A 17 Pro class performance major CPU-GPU uplift versus A15, enabling richer games and faster UI. 2. Apple Intelligence hooks on device ML for smarter recommendations, voice, and multimodal context across the home. Inference based on Apple's 2025 AI push. 3. Two-tier lineup base and higher end with Ethernet plus thread for robust smart home setups. 4. Refined tvOS experience, faster app switching, smoother animations, broader multi-user polish, potential UI refinements aligned with 2025 OS updates. Inference, supported by ongoing tvOS cadence. 5. Controller-grade gaming, better frame pacing, VRR/ALLM polish, and tighter Bluetooth stack for gamepads. Inference consistent with a 17 Pro and HDMI 2.1 trajectory. 6. Home Hub leadership acts as the thread/Matter Shield have seen long refresh cycles. Apple's every few years cadence with large silicon leaps can reset the performance bar. If Apple pairs a 17 Pro class graphics with Apple Arcade momentum and continued AAA ports from iOS, iPadOS, the 2025 Apple TV could become the default premium streamer plus casual console for households already in Apple's ecosystem. Context supported by SoC rumors and market behavior. What's still unclear and what to watch? Exact SoC branding bay 17 Pro versus a derivative tuned for set-top power thermals. Rumor says a 17 Pro, final name can vary. Storage tiers and RAM. No hard leaks, watch regulatory databases and last-minute firmware finds. Common pre-launch pad updates. Apple moved to USB-C. Any new haptics or mic-array changes remain unknown. AI Siri feature timing. Bloomberg tracked Siri overhauls have shifted before. Expect some phased rollouts across 2025 to 2026. If the current rumor stack holds, Apple TV 4K 2025 will be the biggest leap since the first 4K model. A17 Pro class performance, stronger home hub credentials, and Apple Intelligence features that make the TV a smarter coordinator for media, games, and the connected home. The most credible timing is late 2025, with pricing designed to stay competitive despite the silicon jump. So there you have it, everything we know so far about the Apple TV 4K 2025. With a rumored A17 Pro class chip, next-level gaming support, smarter home integration, and a potential release window set for late 2025, this could be Apple's biggest living room upgrade yet. What do you think? Will Apple finally deliver the ultimate streaming and gaming box, or will it just be another incremental update? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. And if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest Apple leaks, rumors, and deep dive analysis. Thanks for watching.